Hello and welcome to episode 9 of Sunday Tea with me, your host, Danielle Lee. Thank you for being here. I hope you're doing well. As always, I would like to start by setting the intention that when these messages find you, they will help you along your healing journey to becoming your best self. Are you happily single? Do you struggle to believe that anyone can be single, perfectly content and happy? Or are you single and desperate to be in a relationship? Believe it or not, there are people out here who choose to be single and they are perfectly at peace with that decision they've made. And if you have experienced relationships that are chaotic, traumatic, and dysfunctional, you will truly value the peace that being single brings to your life. And I know for a fact that any relationship you enter from an unhealed place is not going to go well. Choosing the wrong partner can lead to wasted time, energy, and years of unnecessary drama and chaos. And probably anyone out there who has actively chosen to be single, it's likely because they've had negative experiences of dating in the past. And even if you haven't had negative experiences of dating, just the idea and the thought of dating people in these current times actually seems to be so stressful. And nowadays, people's morals and values are so cheap. They have very little self-respect, whether they're in a relationship or not. And that makes dating feel very messy and very scary. And I feel if you're in a relationship I feel if you're single and you're unhealed and you want to enter a relationship, you have to question your reasons for wanting to be in a relationship, because I feel that those unhealed wounds create needs within us that make us believe we need to be with somebody in order for us to feel whole. And that's a very distorted perception to have when you haven't put the healing into yourself. And not all, but I do see a lot of couples outside, and to be honest, they look miserable. Go outside and don't stare, but just spend a short while looking at the couples that you see. Very rarely do they look genuinely happy and genuinely connected to one another. And when I look at that, I just think, why would you want to be in a situation where you and your partner are not being fulfilled? Like your needs are clearly not being met. Personally, I would rather be single than be in a relationship where I'm lonely, be in a relationship where I'm unappreciated, invisible, and I may as well be a part of the furniture. Being in a relationship and not receiving any help with your kids. Being in a relationship with somebody who doesn't provide for your household or contribute to your household. And having an overgrown baby to look after. And I know that there are good men out there and there are good women. But it seems like they're just becoming few and far between. And besides that fact, just add into the mix the ease of cheating nowadays. Like, You can be sat at home with your partner and they're on their phone talking to somebody else on social media or secretly dipping in and out of a dating app. Like, the ease of cheating, like, is so scary. I would choose to be single any day of the week. And I watched a video of a woman recently, and she was confronting her ex because she found out that he had been cheating on her, and he'd been cheating on her consecutively throughout their relationship. And the comments were going absolutely insane towards this man. So yes, they were valid in what they were saying, but in all honesty, she made the mistake of loving him more than she loved herself. Her second mistake was forgiving him for cheating the very first time he cheated. And the third mistake that she made was believing that by staying with him, she could make him change. So when you're coming from an unhealed place, the most important thing you have to do is heal yourself. Heal yourself from the inside. Confront your shadows. Confront your trauma. Seek therapy if that's what you need to do. But don't ever try to attract a relationship believing that it's going to fix you and your problems. Believing that it's going to fix you and your insecurities. Believing that it's going to fix you and your loneliness. Being in the wrong relationship will make you even more lonely than you already are. And that is a very, very horrible place to be. But I just think that, you know, if you are single and you are fantasizing or imagining having a perfect relationship and you're not healed as a person, that's only going to be a fantasy, because you will enter that relationship and you're likely going to feel even worse than you did before you got into that relationship, because you'll realize the person you have attracted isn't fulfilling those needs. They're not filling that void that you feel within you. And it's so important to just learn to love yourself and heal yourself and get yourself to a place where you are not in need of anybody. And that when you do attract that person, it's coming from a place where you are secure, you know who you are, you know what you want, you know what you'll tolerate, you'll know what your boundaries are, your values, your morals, and anything else just shouldn't even be an option. And the same, this isn't towards any specific gender. I know there are good men out there, and I've seen great men out there with their kids and with their families, you know? And equally, I'm sure there are men out there who receive really poor treatment from women, because some women, especially if they're unhealed, have a very warped perception of relationships and the way that they and the reasons why they want to attract a relationship are not necessarily coming from a genuine, authentic place. And it goes both ways. If you're unhealed, whether you're a man or a woman, you're not going to attract anybody good into your life. And once that person finds a way to get in here, it's very difficult to let go of that dynamic. It's very difficult to let go of that want, that need, that hope that this relationship is going to turn out to be anything that you want it to be. The truth of the matter is, it will not. So there are, in my opinion, numerous benefits to being single and just being patient enough to wait for the right person to come into your life. And if you don't meet that right person, you have taken that time to heal yourself. You have taken that time to work on yourself and provide yourself with everything that you need, that, to be honest, nobody else can provide for you. And I just want to make a point that with social media nowadays, especially, what you see on social media is a load of shit. It's not real. It's not true. Like, you might see a couple on social media and want what they've got. You don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Don't be envious of other people and their situations. You don't know what people have had to go through, firstly, to be in the situation they're in. You don't know anybody's story behind that photo. You're only seeing a snapshot of their life. You don't know if they're genuinely happy. You don't know if there's abuse. You don't know if, they're in debt or they hate each other. You just don't know the situation of the person that you're idolizing or the couple that you're idolizing. And I just think it's really sad. It's just sad that you would look up to people and want to aspire to achieve what they have when you have zero idea about the relationship that they have in real life. Perfect doesn't exist. Relationships take a lot of work. And I'm not a relationship expert. I don't claim to be, and I don't feel qualified enough to give anybody relationship advice, trust me. But I am qualified in making the wrong decisions and choosing the wrong partner, and your situation being something that you don't want it to be. So, if you are single, embrace being single. If you are single, don't sit craving for somebody to come and fulfill any need that you have within you. That person isn't going to be able to do that. Despite my experiences, I am actually a true romantic at heart. I don't believe that your past experiences should prevent you from believing in love and stop you from believing that you can and will find the right person for you. Don't go out there, start being bitter with everybody. Like, everybody doesn't deserve to be hurt because you were hurt. Everybody doesn't deserve to now be cheated on because you were cheated on. Like, what happened in your past relationship hasn't got anything to do with the next person that you decide to enter a relationship with. And if you're coming from a bad relationship, or even if your relationship wasn't bad and you've just broken up, the last thing you should be doing is jumping into another relationship. Rebounds don't end well. And generally, your priority is healing yourself. Healing from what you have just been through. Jumping into a new relationship, unless you're both consenting and it's just for fun or whatever, don't do it. It's just not worth the hassle. It's just not even worth the headache. Take that time to sit with yourself. Take that time to heal. Take that time to realize, understand, acknowledge, and accept that nobody is ever going to fulfill you in the way that you desire if you are not healed. If you are insecure, nobody is gonna cover that. You get in a relationship, your insecurity is just gonna be even more. Imagine you go out and you see men walking with their partners. And I'm saying men because I haven't seen any woman do it. And if they do, they're very sneaky about it. But the amount of men out there when they're with their partners and they will break their necks to look at another woman. And sometimes They don't even do it discreetly. They are fully disrespecting their partner in public. It's disgusting. Is that the type of person you want to attract? Is that the type of relationship you want? Because if you are unhealed and you attract somebody from an unhealed place, they are going to pick up on every insecurity, every weakness, and every vulnerability that you have. And they won't help heal you. They will just do the most to keep you in that state. If you're single and you're desperate to be in a relationship, just ask yourself why you want that relationship. What do you feel that relationship is going to provide for you? And if you're coming from an unhealed place, you need to be really sure of what you're about to enter. And I've spoken about this on other episodes, and I'm not going to go into it now. But the benefits of being single, in my opinion, you can go where you want, when you want, with who you want. You don't need to care about where your partner is, who they're with, or when they'll be back. You get to make decisions about your life without having to consider the impact or effect on anybody else. So yeah, you get to be totally selfish and do what the fuck you want to do. You definitely don't have to worry about being cheated on. You don't have to be with a partner who doesn't appreciate you, doesn't value you, doesn't respect you, doesn't treat you the way you deserve to be treated. You can wear what you want, eat what you want, and go where you want. Your spare time belongs to you, and amongst many others, you also have peace. And there's nothing in the world that can buy you inner peace. Not no money, not no partner. So don't give up on love. I believe we all need love, but we need the right type of love. We need to be in the right type of partnership, relationship. Don't settle for a relationship or a marriage that doesn't bring you any happiness. You're going to be together for the long term. If you're not happy now, what do the next 10 or 20 years look like? Why would you subject yourself to a life full of misery? I just can't make sense of it. So I believe that love exists for all of us, and we go through life and we change. And sometimes we simply outgrow the people that we may have once loved. And I don't think you should be vilified or shamed for making a decision that is ultimately the best choice for yourself and those around you. Being single, in my opinion, especially in today's age, is a positive thing. And if you can, spend your days enjoying your own company, taking yourself out for dates, and just, treating yourself and giving yourself all of the love that you would like somebody else to give you. Once you can get yourself to that stage and be happy, genuinely happy, do you really need anybody? I mean, ask yourself, if you allow somebody into your life, what are they going to add to your life? Because anyone who comes into your life 100% has to add to your life. Don't make a decision to invite somebody into your life that is taking from you. Don't invite anybody into your life that is going to deplete you. You may as well just be on your own. So if you ever meet that special somebody who ticks all the right boxes and isn't just a candy-covered stick of shit, then May you both ride off into the sunset and live happily ever after. So that's the end of today's conversation. I'm not bashing anybody who wants to be in a relationship. I think if you find the right person, it's a really beautiful thing. But if you're coming from an unhealed place, I'm 100% certain it's not going to go the way you want it to go. And just be realistic with the choices that you make and make your decisions from the right place. So next week is episode 10 of Sunday Tea. It will be the last episode for season 1. So I'll be back next week Sunday. See you then. Take care. Bye bye.